There was a study done, a hospital
Where you go to church good? Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're glad that you are able to be here today. And I'm really, really excited about our time together today. So, as we get started, I do hope that everyone is relaxed and comfortable and ready for an amazing time together. All right. As you come in, please introduce yourself in the chat and let us know where you are joining us from. And we are going to be having a great time together today. All right. Now, if you've ever thought about starting a business or a side hustle, now is the perfect time to jump in. The world is changing rapidly, and with it comes an incredible opportunity to harness your skills and experiences like never before. So as we come together today, I'd love for us to, as I said, type in the chat where you're joining us from. And you can also share what you hope to get from our time together today. And just give me one moment. Let me just make sure I've got my ear and you can all hear me perfectly well. Now, if you're able to hear me, I want you to give me thumbs up, give me an emoji, give me a yes in the chat. All right. So can you hear me now? Is that better? All right, great, great, great. All right, I'm just gonna be giving you a little bit of music in the background, just as we give the others just a quick minute to catch up with us. All right, so we're just gonna give people another 3 minutes to come on. I just want to make sure everyone has got the link and able to join us at this time. All right. Okay. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad that you can join us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you all. And I want to say a very warm welcome to you and to say you've done really well to be here today. All right. So just to make sure that we are all on the same page today, I want to basically remind us that as the knowledge industry rises, so does the potential to create impactful and income generating ventures. The barriers to starting a business have fallen away thanks to technology and innovative tools. Launching and scaling a business is more accessible now more than ever. Whether you're looking to make a big shift or simply to add a new dimension to your life, there's no better time than now. By the end of today's workshop, you'll walk away with the clarity and confidence that you need. You'll have identified your marketable skills, crafted a compelling solution statement, and defined your ideal client. And you will also be able to outline 6 steps to launch or grow your business. It's a comprehensive approach designed to set you up for success. Now, let me share just a little bit about myself and why I'm so passionate about empowering individuals like you. It became very clear to me many years ago that depending solely on my salary from my 9 to 5 job was not going to cut it. It was never, ever enough for me to live the life that I truly felt called to live. I knew that I had more to offer, right? And I had so much more to achieve. So I took my skills and my experiences into the world of entrepreneurship. Now, some of the ventures that I undertook, some of the things I tried, they really didn't work out. But the overall journey has taught me so many valuable lessons that has helped me and many others to move from one place, from that place of depending on my monthly salary to creating financial freedom. I am sick and tired of seeing highly skilled professionals being held as slaves to their jobs by the evil bosses and colleagues. And sometimes they are forced to earn pennies when they have so much capabilities to change their financial circumstances. And so this kind of journey has really ignited my passion for helping others to unlock their potential and to fulfill their dreams. Now, the insights and the strategies that you learn today are more than just concepts. They're the key to unlocking new opportunities, to impacting the world, and gaining the financial freedom that you desire. So, with that said, we're going to be diving in together and we're going to make those possibilities, those ambitions and new possibilities and make them into a reality. And so, I would like to invite you to join me on this journey today as we scale to new heights together. All right. Once again, welcome to you all and thank you for joining. I see people joining from Connecticut, from Jamaica, and other places around the world. For those of you who are joining us on YouTube, don't forget that I'm inviting you to let us know where you are joining us from so that we can give you a very warm welcome as well. All right. Now, as we come together today, I want to talk about the three things that are going to help us to unlock a powerful breakthrough experience in our workshops. First thing I want you to do is to tune in. Pay complete attention and be present in the room. If we are not present, then it's hard for us to really get the benefits out of today. So I invite you to tune in and be present in the moment. All right. The next thing I'd like to say is turn up the volume. I want you to participate. This is a workshop, it's a master class, and so we're going to be learning together. And I want you to participate and do the activities and have fun. The next thing we're going to be doing is I want you to transform your willingness to achieve more and to become the more that you so desire to be. All right. And how you will do that is the more you participate, the more you will grow. All right. Are we on the same page today? All right. Now, before I jump into the sessions, I'm going to also ask you to go over to my YouTube channel, which is the My Career, My Calling channel on YouTube. And some of you would be watching and participating in this live stream from that channel. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, I'd like to invite you to make sure you click the subscribe button to make sure that you are getting all the latest updates and experiencing everything that is happening, when I'm going live again and each time I'm running one of these workshops, all right? So go ahead as we are here, or you can save the link for later and make sure you are joining us live for this inspired experience. Now, I want to discuss why the present moment is ideal to start or expand a business. The convergence of several powerful trends creates an opportunity for ambitious professionals like you. We are in the midst of a significant shift, which is a true game changer. This isn't merely about incremental improvement. It's really about the fundamental transformation in how we are going to generate income, how we are going to impact the world, and how we are going to achieve personal fulfillment. The changes we have witnessed over the last 24 months, I'm sure you would agree with me, have been nothing short of explosive. We've seen the development of artificial intelligence integrated in almost every single thing that we do in our life. Indeed, the game has changed, and the technology now allows us to condense decades of progress into mere days, hours, and minutes. And while the world is experiencing uncertainty, the rapid change, this environment also brings with it an immense opportunity for us, for those who are willing to take hold of opportunities. All right? Now, the knowledge industry is one of the fastest growing sectors globally. People are eager to learn from those who are already in a position to share their experiences. People who have already achieved what they aspire to accomplish. People are sitting out there ready to hear from you. People are ready to learn from you. Your knowledge holds immense value for someone else. You can only help others, you can always help other people to basically shorten the gap between where they are at now, where they want to go, and accelerate their progress. In fact, people are willing to pay for the speed and the efficiency that they can have from having someone who knows the ropes already. So here are some examples of ordinary people who have successfully shared their knowledge and built a thriving industry. I'm sure you may know of people like Myron Golden. Myron is a renowned business coach. He's a best-selling author and he's an international speaker. Myron empowers individuals to achieve success in a day what others dream of in a year. Myron's strategies have helped countless people transform their lives and businesses. Myron is actually a Christian pastor, and he's one of the most successful business people in the whole wide world. Now, I recently met this woman called Wee Lick, and Wee is a coach and a course creator who founded Inner World Training. She helps new entrepreneurs and coaches create high-ticket, high-impact courses and coaching programs. And Hui's journey is from a shy, introverted child to a successful entrepreneur. And her story is actually extremely inspiring. Then we have the big names like Dean Graziosi, who is also one of my mentors. Dean is a multiple New York Times best-selling author, entrepreneur, and investor. Dean's Dean's has started or he has started or played a major role in over 14 successful companies. And Dean's mission is to deliver self-education to those seeking transformation, fulfillment, and success. Dean has this partner is called Nate Harris, and he's also a former American football linebacker who transitioned into entrepreneurship. And I could go on and on and on and tell you about those people. But there's also one Stephanie Fletcher-Lottie, who has been a very, successful epidemiologist who have traveled around the world. And she also has now entered into this knowledge industry. She is also enjoying supporting and coming alongside other professionals who would love to see their life transform, right? Look, my story, some of you may know a little bit about my story. Basically, I have been working as an epidemiologist for over 28 plus years in the public health sector. I've been working globally across some of the world's top health institutions, multilateral development partners, working with the United Nations and the Australian government in prestigious roles around the world. But in 2022, I prematurely ended my contract with my dream job in one of the world's top health institutions. This experience really was a life changer for me. I had to return to my home country in Australia. I was really devastated and depressed by walking away from a job that I had felt all of my professional life was what I had dreamt of. But during this pain of leaving my job, I needed some kind of support to just help me to get from that point of feeling so overwhelmed with the decision that I had to make because of my personal circumstances. And that was when I enrolled into the Dream Visa coaching program with the Brave Thinking Institute. And that program helped me recalibrate my vision and find the strength to live a vision-driven rather than a condition-based life. I also joined Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins' mentorship program, which helped me to unlock my true potential for doing business. And one of the things I learned from Dean is how to harness my existing skills, my experiences, and my knowledge to create a thriving business. Now I am very passionate about helping other people, other professionals like me, who have had to walk away from their dreams or have just completely frustrated with the circumstances, right? I am now dedicated to helping professionals break free from the grind to escape the cycle of lack and want and to live from a place of abundance. And since I have started this, I have looked back. Now, along with all the stories I've shared, I'm sure you can see that these stories demonstrate that anyone can achieve similar success by sharing their expertise and helping others. And so each one of you who have come and to join me today has the potential to create information products, courses, coaching programs, and masterminds based on your knowledge. Even if you're already a business owner, you might already be running your own massage business, or you might be running, a daycare center, whatever your business may be. You have the skills and the opportunity to basically use these to help you to build on what you have and add on a knowledge component and an information product to your existing business. And that could be what changes your circumstances and help you to become more profitable. So once again, I'd love to say that this moment presents an incredible opportunity to serve others and make a lasting impact and generate income by sharing your knowledge. All right? And so the world has experienced a massive shift. All right. Rapid achievements in technology have leveled the playing field, and it has made it easier than ever to start and scale a business, right? I'm sure many of you would agree with me that we now have cutting edge technology that is helping us to, to be able to do things at such a greater, faster pace than we have been able to before. All right? Now, technology has the power to consolidate or to help us to condense our time, transforming decades of learning into just days. This enables individuals to quickly gain insights from experts, just in the way that I have learned from people like Tony and Dean and my colleagues like Wheeler and Nate Harris. Technology can be harnessed to bring immense value to the world. It can help to empower others and help them accelerate their journey towards realizing their true potential. The self-education industry is thriving because it's now easier than ever to extract, to share, and to package your knowledge. This has led to a surge in people embracing new opportunities. And there are individuals out there waiting for you. Yes, there are individuals out there waiting for you, Alison, for you, Keisha, for you, Loretta, for you, Donna. There are people out there waiting for you to share what you have with them, to help them to solve a problem that you have the answer to. All right? And so, while some people fear the, the advancements in artificial intelligence due to its rapid development, it's important for us to understand how we can actually harness and use this generative intelligence as a force for good. AI and other tools can accelerate progress and accelerate processes that once take decades and that you can actually achieve in a matter of days, weeks, and months. I have personally seen how I have been able to accelerate my work in a matter of days, weeks, and months. Now, the, the rise of automation and digitization demands that people are also stay current and adaptable to the rapid changes. Fortunately, there are so many courses available online, tools and platforms that are available to help you to learn new skills, to build your business, and to connect with your clients. AI offers incredible possibilities, enabling us to condense time, as I said, from what we used to do in years, we can now do it in months. What we were doing in months, we can do it days. And now you have so many possibilities. For instance, when I bought my business platform from Graciosi, it included my own personal artificial intelligence called Gigi, the Go Faster Guide. Gigi created with decades of experience from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. Gigi has now helped people to overcome blank page syndrome. With Gigi's assistance, I now reduce my time, the time that it takes me to produce documents by about 90%. Additionally, I use the tools such as, you might be saying, oh, I have my own AI. Yes, but there are accessible tools that you have access to without payments or subscription. For example, through my Google account, I have access to the Notebook LM. I also have access to Gemini. But if you don't have these platforms, if you have a browser, a Bing browser, Bing's Copilot is also available. There's also ChatGPT, and there are free versions of ChatGPT that are that you can easily use. And there are so many others that time will not permit me to mention them right now. So, as we proceed into our session for today, let me ask you this, and I'm going to get you to just to type in the chat. I want you to imagine that it's a year from now, right? I want you to imagine, or maybe firstly ask yourself, why are you here, right? Why did you show up here today? What is it that has motivated you to come to this session for today? If you don't mind, I'd love for you to type in the chat, what is one thing that has motivated you to be here today? All right. Let us hear from you. Let us hear, type in the chat and let us know why, what is it that has motivated you to be here today? What is it you hope to achieve from this time that you are spending on this platform today? All right. And for those of you who have joined us on YouTube, if you don't mind, please just type in the chat so that I can see who is online. Let me see who is here. I'd like to know who is here so that I'm able to acknowledge your presence and to speak appropriately to you. All right. All right. If you don't mind, can you please do that for me? You can just say hi in the chat, and what we're doing right now is we want to know what is it that motivated you to be here. All right. For those of you who are here in the audience, I am speaking to you. What motivated you to be here today? Type your why. Okay. While we're waiting for you, we will continue. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting for you to type in the chat. All right. Okay. One participant is saying, I'm here to learn more, to grow in my career, and to eventually start my own personal brand. Another person is saying, I really want to upskills myself by realizing what potential I have so I can achieve my dream. This other person is saying, I'm ready to leave my comfort zone and step into a place of limitless possibilities. I absolutely love these. All right. All right. That's amazing. Absolutely love that. One quick question, I hope that you are able, for those of you who are on YouTube, can you just type in the chat? Give me a yes if you can see the screen clearly and the slides. Let me know if the slides are advancing appropriately. All right, can you just type that for me to let me know if you can see clearly? Can you see the screen and are you seeing the slides? All right. Now, so most of you have been typing and letting us know that you are able, you are here, you have come here for a reason today. Now, I want you to take a moment here and I want you to imagine it's a year from now. And I don't want you to feel like you're looking forward. I want you to instead imagine that you are already there. When I'm doing this with my clients, I tell them to step into my time machine, borrow my time machine for a moment, and imagine that you are already a year from today. And I want you to imagine, what are you doing? Who are you serving? What impact are you making? And what kind of income are you generating? I'm going to now give you 3 minutes for you to write down your vision that you are seeing right now. All right? I want you to imagine that you have stepped into a time machine and you have moved a year forward in just a split of a second. If it helps, you can turn your chair like that and just imagine that you have arrived a year from today. And I want you to write down, what are you doing? Who are you serving? And what impact are you making? What kind of impact, and how is this translating into your finances? How much money are you earning? And I want you to be as specific as possible. So now your 3 minutes begin right now. And I'll give you a little bit of music to keep your company as we go on our 3 minutes journey. All right, all right, all right. Now, with that little exercise, I do hope that you were able to really imagine and dream. All right. And later on, I will I will get some of you to share what you've written down, not right now, but later on in our session, I will be having what we call hot seats. So you will have an opportunity to join me on stage and to get some feedback. All right. Great. And just want to acknowledge those who are joining us on the YouTube channel. We can see you. We can, I've seen your comments coming through, and just know that we are happy to have you here with us. Okay. Now, now, when we think about why we are here, it's important for you to think about where you are now and where you want to go. The thing is, where you are now and where you want to go, for example, it's important for us to know that we must have great clarity on what it is we want to do. So I want to encourage you that as you are writing down your vision, I want you to get really, really clear, get crystal clear about what it is that you want to achieve. But now that we understand why we need to do this. Let me be the first to acknowledge that starting a business can be really, really scary and challenging. All right? When we decide for new results, our paradigms will show up in different ways. We all have to deal with these paradigms, and the paradigms are the beliefs, the habits, and the mindsets that we have developed over the years based on our experiences and our environment. And some of these mindsets, they manifest in ways like this. First of all, it could be the fear of being fundamentally flawed. What do I mean by that? I'm sure you've heard about the imposter syndrome. It's feeling like you're a fraud, right? Some of you may say, but I've already tried a side hustle and it didn't work. Or who am I? Who am I that anybody would want to listen to me? Why would anybody pay me for advice? Or why would anybody want to do my course or to come to me for coaching or advice? Right? Or you might be thinking, well, I'm not sure what I would be able to share. Would anybody really pay me to teach them anything? Or I don't have any followers. I hardly go on Facebook, or I don't have a social media following. Nobody even knows my name. There's too much competition and I'm too late. Then the next one could be that fear of loyalty of abandonment. First of all, you might feel afraid of how your goals may impact your career. How might it impact this trajectory that you've been on and this desire to show everybody and prove to the world that you are the best of the best of the best? And how might other people see me? My husband, my wife, my colleagues, my partner, my children, you know? My parents might not approve for spending so much money on sending me to get a college education, right? Or you might think that, oh, the technology, I don't understand how to work the technology. It could also be the fear of the burden of success. Your ability to cope with success can be something that hinders you. I don't have the time. These are some of the excuses we make. I don't have the time. Or what if I have to deal with all the business related stresses like taxes and an accountant, and I need to get insurance, or I need a website and I need to do this and government applications, and one of the other fears that people experience is the fear of outshining others. And here in Australia, oh my God, they have something that they call the tall poppy syndrome. Sometimes we are worried about how our success is going to impact on the other people around us, or how other people might, feel small because of what. And this is one of the things I know, especially for the women, the females around us. This is one of the areas that I know sometimes we struggle with, because in the past, other women have not really supported us. And these often manifest in different ways. When we begin to experience these fears, we sometimes now begin to experience what we call delay, right? The delay and the procrastination, right? The delay, right? So we see the delay showing up, right? Or it might be the voice of other people. Or what makes you think you could do this? Look at you. Nobody knows you, right? Or sometimes it can be your own self-sabotage. For us to be able to step out of our comfort zones, to start or even scale an existing business, we must first acknowledge and address these paradigms or the common mindset issues and those limiting beliefs that hold us back. And so you might be thinking, I'm not sure what I'd share, or who would really pay me for anything. Or you might say, I tried something before, it didn't work, etc., etc. But I want you to know that you're not alone. All of us who have done this, we've been there before. And not only are we doing it now, when I started out in this, I'm known globally as a world leading epidemiologist, but nobody knew me as a coach or a mentor, as a businesswoman. Maybe only the people that I am associated with my side hustles. But I wasn't really known in this space for many years. But let me tell you, we realized that if we could overcome all those limiting beliefs about us being able to do this, and to begin to dream again, that we could break through any barriers that limits us, including fear of the unknown and the fear of failure. All right? And so here is a critical piece of information for all of us. If you want to change your life, you need to change your paradigms. And so you might be asking, so how do how do these paradigms show up? Well, this is how we overcome them, right? As I said, the paradigms, the 3Ds, the delay, procrastination, the dissuasion, and the DEFCON 1. Hear me on this. You are not alone. We are able to break through any silos, and we are able to break free from any limiting beliefs and get to the place of our dream. We are all capable of more than we know. You are far more capable than you realize. The issue is that we have been so conditioned by our circumstances and our situations, and we have played small for way too long. It is like the story of the elephant, right? It's like the story of the elephant. In India, baby elephants are tied with a strong rope to a stake to prevent them from escaping, right? So they're training them. And over time, these elephants, they grow up believing that the rope can still hold them. So what do? They don't make any effort to break free. So despite having the power to break free, they remain tethered to their spot, conditioned by their past experience that they cannot escape. Even though this every grown elephant has the strength enough to uproot even a very grown tree. And this is what happens to many of us. A lot of people go through life hanging on to the belief that they can't do something. This is simply because they have failed at it before. I was there. I remember the days when I was thinking of doing something, a business, and I thought, no, I'm not going to even bother. Previously, when I did this, nobody supported me. Or the people that I was expecting to be there for me, the clients were giving me runaround, etc., etc. And I remember when I was about to start on, I also felt that fear. But the moment I decided that I was going to look beyond the fear and get out of my comfort zone, everything changed, right? As my mentor, Mary Morrissey says, we are living spirits having a human experience. There is an infinite power that is breathing life into you. Can I say that again? There is an infinite power. You are being breathed by the spirit of life itself. And because of that, you have access to more power than you can ever imagine. Did you need to do something today to wake yourself up? Or did you even have to do anything to get the oxygen that you are breathing to go or the blood flowing through your veins? No. It is just amazing that we are connected to a greater power that gives us life. And because of that, we are far more capable than we can imagine. So here are some strategies for overcoming these barriers and adopting a growth mindset, right? The first thing I want to encourage you to do is to focus on your vision. That vision that you have written down. And we only focused briefly today on the vision for our the next 1 year. But what I would love to say to you today is this, that you can expand it to 3, 5 or so years. But let's work with at least 1 to 3 years first, so that we have something that is within reach. And as we achieve that, then we can build on it. So it's important that you are asking yourself, what is your vision for the life that you would love to live? What kind of vision, what is it that I want to achieve from my business? What kind of career do I want? And what kind of business or side hustle would make me shine the way that I know I'm meant to be? Then you have to focus on the impact you can make and the people that you can serve, right? How can you run 1,000, you know, the next thing is understanding that you have to start small and embrace imperfect action. How do you run a 1,000-mile race? It is one step at a time. All right. Now, it's important that we reframe failure as feedback and an opportunity to learn. Most successful people, the vast majority of people that you see that have succeeded, they have failed multiple times. The important thing is that they don't see failure as the end of their road. In fact, when something doesn't work, they don't see it as failure. They look at it as feedback, or it's important information to help us to get better at what we are trying to do. And it's important that we focus on getting better every day. What I'm saying is it's about starting small and not focusing on perfection, but taking the steps towards your dream. One of the greatest things that you could ever do towards overcoming these barriers and adapting a growth mindset is to model somebody who's already been where you want to go. That gives you the map, and that gives you the right guidance, that gives you the right tool, and, and then you're going to incorporate your unique life experience into that. Having someone that is doing what you would love to do, and you look at what they do, what attitudes do they have? How do they live their lives? And how do they manage to get things done? And I dare say, you can even find one of these people to become your mentor or your coach, that you can learn proven, repeatable skills that they have used that have worked for them over time. All right? And the final thing I would love to encourage us to do is to practice gratitude daily. It's important that we are coming from a place of gratitude. Be thankful for the little things. Be thankful for the small gains and achievements. Or just be thankful that you actually even have an idea. And once you start to amplify that gratitude, it will surprise you to see what you could achieve. Now, I did share a quick introduction about my life earlier, but I'd love to give you a little bit more just to hone in this section for us before I jump into the principles. How did I come into creating a successful course, coaching business, and mastermind for career professionals? Well, I left my job, as I mentioned to you, and the impact of really walking away from a job that I really wanted impacted on me spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I was quite depressed, and I was really in a space where I was seeking a better way to live a freer, fuller life that would express my purpose and my calling. After a couple of months of sitting down and wallowing in self pity, I realized that sitting down and having a pity party was not going to get me any closer. In fact, I was getting broker and broker, and I was losing my motivation. And so one day, as I was in this place of quietness, I started to ask myself these questions. And as soon as I felt this voice of inspired insight speaking to me, that I needed to be open to try on new possibilities. Because what had happened to me is I felt broken. I felt like I'd walked away from something that was so important. And if that was my dream, then where do I go? As far as I could see, the only way for me to go was back down. And that was not something that I was really keen on doing. But I got into this place where I began to ask questions. You know, what if there was a greater purpose than the one I had imagined? What if there was a greater, bigger dream than the one I had been holding on to that I just had to let go? Right? Was I willing to try on something new? And this is when I decided that I needed help. I decided that I needed to enroll in a coaching program to get connected with people who had achieved the great heights that I aspired to, and they were succeeding at it. And so I decided to enroll into a program that I felt would help me to to remove the blinkers and the scales that had come over my eyes from my negative experience, right? And I decided that it was time to get back in focus on my purpose and to start dreaming big again. And that's what this program did for me. Now, this experience changed my life in unimaginable ways. Not only was I able to get realigned with my true purpose and my calling, but I was going to now be able to invest not only my time, but financially, I was investing money into helping me to grow and expand my vision. And now I was, and now after having that expansive experience and getting back in alignment with my dream of supporting others, now I have devoted my time in coming alongside professionals that have been where I have been, who are in that dark and depressing place where I have been, and I want to help them to find clarity, to reconnect with their greater purpose. Now, there are many people out there that have been where you have been and are struggling. They are stuck and they are lost. They're outside of their purpose, right? And you now, you have life experiences and skills that can help these people. You can help those people that are where you have been to make a difference in their lives, right? And so you have an opportunity to shorten the learning curve for those other people with your knowledge and your experience. Imagine you have had to navigate the maze of life. And along the way, you've had some speed bumps, you've fallen down, you've broken your toe, whatever it is. But you navigated your way out and you are where you are at today. Now you have this opportunity to help other people who are now at the beginning of that journey that you were on, to shorten the journey for them, shorten that learning curve because you have now learned all the speed bumps, you know where all the traps are, you know where all the pits are, and you can use your skills and your knowledge and your experiences to help other people to shorten the journey through their maze. When determining where this information would come from, consider your career or your business skills. All right? And the first thing we do on this journey is to discover your why. And we're going to, in this next section, we're going to be focusing on discovering your why and crafting a solution statement. All right? So I do hope you are writing in your notebooks and that you are making the notes. If you are still with me, please let me know that you are still with me there. I want, did you enjoy the section that we just discussed now? And maybe before we jump into this session, maybe you could just type in the chat maybe one of the strategies that we discussed with the one of the strategies we discussed just now about how to overcome those limiting beliefs. All right. Can you just drop in the chat for me one of the strategies for how you overcome your limiting beliefs? Just a moment. So the question is, which of those strategies that we discuss are you going to be using? Right. So one person is saying they're going to overcome fear. And how are you going to be overcoming your fear? You know, what is it that you are going to do? What are some of the things that you are going to be practicing? Maybe we'll do, all right, here, someone is saying, I want to enhance my knowledge and skills on a digital platform to break out of my shell and discover my full potential in transforming myself to become a successful entrepreneur. All right, let me just put the screen back on for you. in case you forget where we are at. So we just wanted to remind you of the limiting, you know, some of the strategies to overcome these barriers and adapting a growth mindset. All right. These are, which of these strategies do you believe that, resonates with you as you are thinking about, the fears that you experience, how you will be overcoming your fear? That's the question. All right. So Jennifer is saying overcoming fear. Nicola is saying practice gratitude. Yes. And Wally is saying focus and take action now. Wonderful. Alison is practicing mindfulness. Nicolette is presently trying to overcome fear and come out of the comfort zone by asking for help. I love that. I love that. Absolutely love that. Right? Asking for help. I know for some people it can be so difficult to ask for help. All right. And it's really important that we get out of that case and we find our strength in being able to ask for help. All right? Great. Now we want to shift our attention in discovering your why. Whenever we want to take on a new challenge as an entrepreneur, we want to overcome. Once we've been able to position ourselves, these fears, can I tell you, they don't just disappear overnight. It's something that you have to keep working on. All right. And sometimes you can't overcome them by yourself. But one of the important things that it's very critical for us to do is to understand it, why you want to do this. Right. Now, successful entrepreneurs, they understand their unique value proposition. And your unique value proposition is, what is it that you bring to this field or this market that sets you apart from other people who are doing the same thing, right? So to identify your unique value proposition, it's important that you identify a specific problem, a need, or pain point that you can address effectively, right? So in other words, what field are you in? And I'm going to ask you to drop it in the chat for me. What is your area of expertise? I love that, Donna. Donna is saying flip the lies for truth, right? Thank you so much. I really, really love that. Love that. Flipping the lies for truth. All right. So let's see. What is your area of expertise? Can you drop in the chat in what field that what is one or two things that you are highly skilled at? Your area of expertise. Just drop that in the chat for me, right? Or it's important that you are able to identify a specific problem, a need, or a pain point that other people have. And as you are dropping your expertise, the things that you are good at in the chat, then you are thinking that you are able to distinguish yourself from others because of X, Y, or Z. What is it that makes me a world leading epidemiologist, for example, right? And what is it that makes me a well sought after life transformation coach and career revival strategist? Well, one of the things that why people seek after me for my coaching services is because I offer coaching from a very spiritually centered focus. People connect with me because they identify with my core values. You can find a lot of people, there are thousands of people who have trained in the same program like myself. But one of the reasons why people tell me that they come to me is because they find that kind of authenticity and a deep connection with my faith that resonates with them. Not only do they do that, but people who are seeking for revival in their career and seeking to reignite their career passions, they come to me because they recognize that I have been a successful professional and have achieved success at the highest level globally. And I've also experienced some failures along the way, but I've still been able to navigate the challenges of working on the global stage, maintain my integrity, and remaining true to my core values. This is my value proposition. I am able to stand out among my peers for those people who are looking for somebody who has a very strong faith-based leadership strategy and a coaching framework. People also seek out advice from me because they see my success. And people often tells me that they like to work with me because of my humility and my integrity. This is something that is valuable for those people who are searching for someone who portrays these values, right? And so, as we are thinking about why am I doing this, the first step we will take is to understand, you know, what motivates you, right? What is it that motivates you? Why you would be able to help others? Why do you want to create this business? What would this business provide for you or others, right? And how does this idea of doing this business light you up or give you the energy and fulfillment? So I want you to think about this for a moment. And I want you to answer these two questions for me in the chat. What motivates you? And why do you want to create this business? All right. Come on, guys. I'm expecting you to write down what is it that motivates you? What is it that you are passionate about seeing? What changes would you like to make in the lives of other people? What is it that motivates you, right, to do that? All right. Come on, guys. It's time for you to do your part now. What motivates you? Type it in the chat for me. And as you're typing it in the chat, let me read out some of the comments from our YouTube channel, right? Now we have some healthcare workers, we have massage therapists, we have educators, we have experts in the administration building business, we have human resources, experts online, people who are in the gender space and helping people overcome. I know Jennifer, for example, works with people, domestic violence and gender-based related technologies. And Alice is saying it's very rewarding to make people feel regenerated and refreshed. Very, very excellent. Thank you so much. I see that, right? Now, Keisha saying, I am an educator. However, I believe that I have a gift for speaking and encouraging people, especially from my own experiences and from a spiritual perspective. Wonderful. All right, come on, guys. I'm waiting for you to type in the chat. I'm reading out these comments and I'm really enjoying. Jennifer says, knowing I am impacting lives for better. This is what motivates me, empowering others to reach their full potential. All right. Oh, this is so amazing, right? I want to hear from you, Nicola. I want to hear from you, Adiwali. I want to hear from you, others online. Let us know, right? What is it that motivates you? Please type that in the chat. It's very important for us to be able to understand what is it that motivates you. And one thing I'd love to ask you, for those of you on the YouTube channel, if you don't mind also, please please like the stream for me so that other people can see that we are live. They can come on, just put a like, or you can also share the link to anyone you know that would benefit from this training at this time. All right. Donna is saying, when I see others who really don't understand who they truly are, this is what motivates her, make a difference in their lives. Talila is saying, I embrace change while desiring to connect with like-minded people who can build a thriving future together. Oh, I love these shares. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I absolutely love this. Great. Great. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. Okay. I will look out for the rest of the shares. The important thing is this, that Having a strong why can really drive your can really drive your success. And sometimes it's not just asking why. After you ask the first why, go and ask and a why to the second answer, right? And for me, when as I told you, I really thought that my dream was to work in this global institution because my why was because I love to serve and to provide, advice. I want to be able to support people, especially those from developing countries. I have such a big passion. And I thought that because I was an epidemiologist and I was so good at what I was doing, that if I was working for the best institution in the world in my field, then that would give me the opportunity to be able to support people. But funnily enough, it was in that very same role that I was playing that I ended up having to walk away from. That during my time of reflection, that's how I actually realized that one of my greatest desires more than anything else was to really help people. And it didn't matter whether I was working for this global, the biggest names in the world, as long as I was in a position to be able to support people on their journeys, to help to bring transformation to people's lives, that I would be fulfilling my deep purpose. And that was really, truly my why, right? Loretta is saying, I want to impact the lives of others through my God given knowledge and skills. But first, I want to equip myself. Keisha saying, I am motivated by seeing positive change in my students and seeing them strive for better. Absolutely amazing. I absolutely love these whys, right? Wow. Here, oh, I have some beautiful ones, right? Adewale is saying, I'm motivated in setting young people free from drug and alcohol addiction and to help them fulfill their potential, right? Nicolette is saying for persons to experience a holistic life, enhance their physical and spiritual life, she wants to encourage and motivate them on a daily basis as their paths are crossing. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I thank you for sharing so authentically today. It is really enlightening to see how you're wise. It's really important to get connected with that why. So let us know, identify some of the potential skills that you have that you could, and your experiences and your passions that you could use to generate a lucrative business or lucrative, you know, idea to develop a profitable venture using your skills, experiences, and passion. So at this time, I want you to list some of your current skills. What are some of the skills that you have? Or what experiences that do you have that you could use to help someone else, right? I want you to drop them in the chat for me at this time. Let's think about it, right? Let's think about this just for a moment, right? I am, as I mentioned before, I am an epidemiologist. And one of the things that I really, really well is I am very good at structuring things. I'm very well organized. I'm very good at empowering people. Even in my professional role, one of the things I do extremely well is capacity building. It is so natural for me that in every job that I go to, I develop a training program, I develop a course, and I teach people, and my employers love me for that. Right? In my current role, I recently developed a training program that is empowering health professionals to learn how to do, rigorous evaluation of the programs and the services that they provide. And my program has become an award-winning program in the health sector. This is something I'm extremely good at. So I harness my skills that I've gained over the years of supporting and mentoring and coaching professionals at work and realize that these are some of my outstanding skills that I have that I was able to now translate into creating a thriving coaching and mentorship business where I'm coming alongside other professionals who are where I'm at maybe 15, 20 years ago to help them do exactly the same thing that I'm doing. So, what is one skill that you have that you believe that could be of vital importance to you in launching and scaling a profitable, successful business? I'm going to give you only 30 seconds to drop that in the chat for me. You know, what are some of the skills you have? List them, right? 2 or 3 skills that you have that could be valuable for you in starting a business, right? So, like I said, one of my key skills, one of the great skills that I have is my ability to influence people and to teach them. I have the ability to support people. I have a lot of empathy. I have I have understanding. I have a very good listening ear, and I'm good at spotting talent as well, right? I'm very, very good at spotting talent. So, right? Can you please type in the chat for me? What is one skill that you have? All right. The next thing that you could you could look at is your experience. So what skill, what experience do you have? Or what is your passion? Now, the next thing, now among these skills, experiences, and passions, which of these do you as you are listing them, you can highlight those transferable skills and the unique expertise that you have, right? That you can use, excuse me, to help others. All right. So I've seen here, I think what he's saying he has is teaching, mentoring, counseling, imparting spiritual knowledge and understanding to young people. Skills, ability to educate others, ability to create new products, ability to bring healing, to provide therapy that provides transformation, renewal, and regenerative energy to people. Experiencing conducting training sessions, wonderful, right? Wonderful, wonderful. What are some of the experiences facilitating workshops, training for adults, to empathize with others, ability to teach and to listen? Exactly. So there you see that you have what it takes. You have the skills, experiences, and the passions, right? Now, as you are making your list, as you go through your list, I want you to highlight those transferable skills, the ones that you can use. The transferable skills are the skills that you have that they are useful across multiple industries. It's not just for your current role, but skills that you can take from where you're at and translate them into a new role wherever you go, right? And as you are thinking about that, the next thing to do is to identify the problems that you are uniquely positioned to solve. All right. So think about this. You have X amount of skills. So you are a massage therapist. You are absolutely experienced and skilled at coming along, supporting people with therapies that help them to recover, to be rejuvenated, and to experience healing, right? But you don't just show up at work and massage people. You also are good at recruiting people to come to your spa. You have to go out and see people. You have to be able to share that information with them about the products and services you offer. And so you also have skills in marketing. That is called the marketing. And when you're able to convince someone successfully and to get them to purchase your service, that is called sales, right? So now that you are able to do that, so you not only are you great at doing your massage therapy, you're also great at recruiting people or generating leads and finding people. But not only do you get people interested, but you get them to pay you money for your massage therapy services. And so you have those skills in marketing and sales, right? I also see here, for example, Keisha Faye is saying she's a teacher, she's an educator who is really passionate about serving people and helping people to be transformed, right? To get positive change in and seeing them strive for better. She's also got the skills of editing, and she's great at oral and written communication. She's also an excellent and experienced leader, right? Having worked as a senior teacher for many years, she's also an active listener, a teacher, and a motivator. So, considering these skills that you have, now you must hone in and think of what problem could you effectively use your skills, experiences, and passions to solve, right? What is that one problem? So this is helping you to think of what, based on your personal interest, what is one problem that you are uniquely positioned to solve, right? I want you to think about that, and you can write that in the chat, right? Thank you, Keisha Page. Keisha is saying that her transferable skills are editing. Let me just read that through again. Editing, teaching, oral and written communication. Excellent, right? So I want you to type in the chat, what is one problem that you are strategically positioned based on your existing skills and experiences that you could effectively solve based on your skills and abilities. All right. All right, guys, come on, let's do this quickly, right? Because we still have a little way to go. All right. And I want to make sure that I give you the best of everything today. As I read out some of the skills that have been listed online, ability to educate others, experience in conducting training sessions, ability to write, to change lives, yes, critical thinking, ignorance concerning various types of abuse. So the problem that Jennifer says she could solve is she could help people who are ignorant concerning various types of abuse, right? And so she could effectively use her skills to help people to find knowledge, right? For those of you inside the platform here, I'm waiting on you to share, right? What is one unique problem that you could solve using your experiences, skills, and and knowledge? Alison is saying that she could, and as you are thinking about this, what I'd love for you to do is to think about, yes, you can provide, for example, Jennifer is saying ignorance concerning various types of abuse. But whose ignorance? I want you to start thinking about who is that, and because we're going to be talking about who your ideal client will be in just a moment. But whose ignorance is it that you want to help to resolve? And so who is it that you want to help them to relieve stress? Is it just stress you want to relieve? Or, what problems could you help to solve based on your knowledge and skills? All right. Now, some of the examples of knowledge-based business that you can go into is, coaching, counseling, digital courses. You can run mastermind groups, etc. So as you are thinking, the cool part is that when we pick a category that we're going to be to share something out of our lives, we know how to give people the, that roadmap, how to get through the maze, right? Now you have the opportunity to shorten the learning curve for them with your knowledge and your experiences. So think about it like this. When you want to determine where this information that you are going to share is going to come from, you must consider first your career or your business. All right. Now, Loretta is saying that she would like to help young people who are facing low self-esteem, right? And she would be using her facilitation skills to facilitate a session with them to help them to develop their self-esteem and overcome those struggles. Wonderful, right? So The next thing I want us to do is we're going to be brainstorming and we're going to take 5 minutes to do this. And right, when determining where, what is it that you could do? I want you to brainstorm. I want you to think about a career or a business skill that you might forget, how valuable it is. And I'm going to give you time now to write down in your journal, right? We're going to take a couple minutes. I want you to really think about the skills that you have, the ones that you are extremely good at, things that are supported by your experiences, right? What current skills would be valuable to your younger version of yourself, right? If you were in the situation of that person that you want to help, what would you have loved to know? What is it that you would have, what kind of help or what skills would you have loved to have back then to be able to change your circumstances, right? And whether that skill could be from, whether it's from time management um, to be able to get over your fear or help people to be able to speak eloquently or to stand boldly in front of a classroom, whatever it is, I want you to first write down the skills, your life experiences, and your passion. List them down. So it's almost like you're writing, make a list of your overall skills, write about 10 at least. And then I want you to highlight those skills that you have, right? That if you could go back and teach this one or two skills to this younger version of yourself, what would you share? All right. And remember that your experience is your asset and your knowledge is your product. All right. So I'm going to put the timer on and I'm right. And when you finish, if you would like, I want you to jot down maybe a few of these in the chat, but this is your time for you to journal and your time begins now. I'll give you a little bit of music in the background to help you, as we journal, all right? If we finish before the 10 minutes, then we might just come back and All right. As we are coming back, I want to invite you. You can share in the chat your transferable skills. What are some of the transferable skills that you have written down? Right? You can share that with us. Share that in the chat. All right. So what are some of the skills that you've written down, and what is one thing that you would share with the younger version of yourself? If you could go back, all right, you can share some of that with us in the chat and I'll read them out. Wonderful. Now that we've, come on, let's share some of that so that I see where you're at. You want to share some of that with me in the chat? Your skills that you could go back and share with the younger version of yourself. All right. All right. Now, it's important that we are able to narrow down our focus. The smaller you make your target audience, the more your confidence goes up. You must consider the issues you faced in the past that you wish you had someone to help you solve. So if you look back at that younger version of yourself and define who that person is, over the years, as a professional and as an entrepreneur, one of the things that I personally really, really longed for was that authentic, trustworthy person who understood my passion and was not jealous or felt threatened by my strength or my excellence. That authentic, genuine mentor and coaches who would help support me without feeling threatened by my brilliance. So I got into the business of mentoring and coaching other people to achieve greatness in an authentic and genuine way, and to guide them into achieving their purpose-driven life. Because that is something I absolutely longed for throughout the vast proportion of my own life, right? So as a young man growing up, I devoted myself into to just hard work and being excellent. The issue was oftentimes I run into issues and with other people because other people just always felt threatened by my strength and my brilliance, which is not something that I wasn't going to just dumb down my brilliance just so that other people could feel comfortable with me. But it is indeed a lonely place. And for those of you who can identify with what I'm saying, I always wanted a mentor. And one of the challenges was that people always felt like I was so bright and I was always so gifted that I didn't need a mentor, which was not true. I really genuinely desired to have someone that I could always look up to that would help me go in the right direction. And I did notice that in those rare times when I did find the people who were able to give that to me, it allowed me to become the best version of myself. So think about it like this. If you help young people who are struggling with drug addiction, right? It's important that you are saying that, if you help young people, right, who are struggling with drug addiction, it's important that you don't just say, I help people who struggle with drug addiction. It's important that you focus on that group or the age group. Is it boys or is it girls? If you teach people how to do sales better, it is better to focus on salesmen who want a competitive edge, right? So I want you now to think about who it is that you help. Who are the people that you help as we are narrowing down our focus to come up with our ideal client? If you teach young people if you teach people how to build their self-esteem and how to be eloquent when they speak, don't just, and your target audience is young people or young adults, don't just say, I teach people. Get specific on who are the people. But if among these young people, you really have a passion to mentor and nurture girls, you can say you help young females between 19 and 35 to up their game in the speaking or whatever it is, or mentoring them to have a high sense self-esteem. If you are in a massage therapy business and you help people who have, you know, who experience weariness and extreme tiredness, to help them to fight, to be rejuvenated and overcome physical and emotional pain through, you know, uh, alternative and complementary medicinal approaches, right? And your focus might be on people who are recovering from an illness. For example, those who are recovering from pregnancy or cancer. Don't just say, I help people, because everybody who has pain and injury, they're going to come to you. So the whole idea here is to become more specific and narrow down your focus on that specific target group that you offer your service to, because this gives you a competitive edge, right? If you are, for example, providing coaching or training for people who are working in developing settings and helping them with project management and so on, don't just say you help everybody. Your target might be non-government organizations or community-based NGOs or international NGOs. Focus on that. Narrow down your focus on who specifically you help. And so knowing your ideal clients informs marketing messages. This is why you need to know who it is that you serve, right? It helps you to, to design a message. When I'm designing my message, I'm not just sending message out to everybody in the universe. When I send my message out for this workshop, for example, I said it's for professionals who are keen on using their skills, their knowledge, and their experiences to consider how they might develop thriving business or side hustle. Now, somebody who is already past that stage would not come to this event because they're not looking for what I'm offering, right? And so the message was targeted to the people who are here today, right? So when you know who your ideal client is, then it's easier for you to tailor your message for that individual. And your product that you develop will also be targeted at that individual or group. Now, what you're really doing is helping them get through the maze quicker. Not only does someone need your life experience, they're really waiting for it. There are people out there right now that can only hear it from you. I'm telling you the truth. There are some of you on this platform that if you decide to do exactly what I'm doing and offer the same product that I'm offering, there are people out there who will come to you and they won't come to me because you are the person that resonates with them. There's something about you that attracts that client that I don't have, and vice versa. All right. So what would you share to get someone to find themselves, to get them through their addiction, or to help them with their sales, or help them with overcoming that, chronic tiredness, to help them, reignite and find their self-esteem? What is it that you would share to help those people? And so we're going to do another activity, and I want you to describe your ideal client. So maybe in the interest of time, I want you to describe your ideal client in terms of their demographics. What is the age group of your ideal client? What is their gender or sex? Is it a male or a female? Or is it all, it doesn't matter if they are males or females, but they might have to be a certain age group. Or is it women who are going through menopause, or married women? Or is it youth or couples? You know, hone in on the demographics, right? Is it people who are of a certain education? For example, in my coaching practice, I don't tend to take on high school students or people who have just left college. My target audience are mature professionals who are already understand and know their skills and their experiences, and who need that encouragement and that motivation, for example. Then you can also describe them by their psychographics. And basically, your psychographics is really about the customer based on their different social status, their interests, or opinions, right? So yes, it might be a certain group of people who are, they work in a certain industry. It might just be health workers, or yours could be teachers or educators, people in the educational space. Or you might be interested in people who are interested in for example, people who are being affected by domestic violence, or moms who have kids with autism, or are suffering from developmental delays. Your thing might be for Christian women or Christian youth, whatever it is, right? It could be based on their needs, right? So it could be a health need or a well-being need, it could be a relationship need, or a disability or a language need, a financial need, a business need, it could be a career need or a fitness need, whatever that is. Or you might be describing your ideal client based on your pain points. What kind of frustration are they having? What are the problems or the issues or the challenges? What kind of weariness or what kind of motivation do they need? Right? So the more you are able to narrow down your ideal client, the more you know exactly who to go after. All right. And so I'm going to give you another 2 minutes for you to just jot down again, who would be your ideal client? I love that Jennifer. Jennifer is saying two groups, children and youth, women in domestic violence, or women affected, children and youth, women affected by domestic violence, and then others who have certain kinds of pain points. All right. For those of you here in the audience, what are some of the pain points that you, or your specific audience, that you would like to serve? What are those unique groups of people that you might want to serve? All right. Okay, we're gonna run ahead. Now I'm just checking in. The next thing that we want to do is to craft a solution statement. So now you know your unique value proposition. You know what is it that you have to offer to the world. You know your unique skills and experiences. You know about your transferable skills. You also know of the problem that you would like to solve, right? And you've now thought about who you could solve that problem for. So your solution statement is really bringing all of this together in basically writing a statement about, the kind of solution that you provide for a particular audience and what results you will provide them when you give them that solution. And so your solution statement is it could be I help, or some people you might hear about I empower. It could be an I empower so and so to achieve so and so because of X, Y, and Z. But we're going to use the I help statement today. I help who your target audience is achieve what is the specific result that they achieve through what method. For example, here is a solution statement that I might use. I help mid to late professionals to overcome fear and mindset blockages and reignite their passion in order to live a vision driven life through personalized strategies and tools. All right. So your I help statement or your solution statement is something that we use internally. So it is a career skill or life experience, a passion, a hobby, and how do we narrow it down a little bit, but make it clear for us. All right. So your solution statement, I want you to now go ahead and think back to your unique value proposition. What is it that you do and who you help? What is the problem that those people have that you can solve and what results they will get? All right. So use a template on your screen to go ahead, and I'll give you another few minutes. I'll give you 3 minutes to write down your solution statement. And when we come back, I'm also going to open the floor for you to share your solution statement. So be ready to share your solution statement when we come back. Some of the examples could be I help photographers with building a successful photography business. You can have multiple solution statements, but you are going to create each of them individually. You must have one solution statement to fix one problem. All right. So you can have multiple if you have multiple businesses or multiple products, but your solution statement is really an overarching, it's almost like your vision statement, right? Except that in your solution statement, it's very focused on what value you bring to your unique clients, and it focuses on the pain that this unique client, the pain or the problem or the situation that they have, and how you will bring that solution to them, right? So once again, if just a reminder, let's go back. I help, and who is my target audience? Mid to late career professionals, right? And what is their pain point? The pain point that they experience is fear and mindset blockages, and they've lost their passion. So I help mid to late career professionals overcome the fear and the mindset or the blockages and reignite their passion. So that's the solution that they're getting. And the outcome, and how do I do this? By providing them personalized strategies and tools which helps them to live this vision driven life. All right. I hope that helps. So it's your time now. You have, please, just another minute or so to wrap up your vision statement. And for those of you on YouTube, go ahead and share your statement in the chat when you're done. All right. You just got another minute. All right. You can go ahead and start dropping in the chat. You can go ahead and drop your solution statement in the chat, and I am happy to read them out for you. All right. Okay. All right, we're going to run along. We are a little bit behind time because we did start 10 minutes late. So as I promised, I want to make sure I serve you effectively today. So I do hope you are able to give me another 15 or so minutes for me to finish this and then give you the entire blueprint. All right. Now, I want to say that as I started off our session today, that we have so many tools available to us, and you can actually use AI to assist you to develop your solution statement more clearly. So after we are done, you can, open Chat GPT or Bing Copilot, and you can type what you've drafted in there, or you can even ask Bing, these are my unique skills, and these are the people that I solve this problem for for these people. Help me to craft a solution statement, or if you already have your solution statement, you can write that into your AI companion and say, help me to define my unique value proposition and ideal client. All right. So that would be really, really important for you as you go along. Now, love to take this opportunity to open the floor for anyone who's crafted a solution statement that would love to get some feedback on your solution statement. So I have 5 minutes, and then we're going to wrap up with some of the strategies later. Are you guys, please give me a thumbs up if you guys are happy for us to go on for another 20 minutes, because we are actually at time right now. My time is up. You book this room? Okay. All right. All right. I do need to change my location. So I'm going to be giving you a little bit of background music now as I change my location. All right, everyone, I hope you can hear me. I do hope everyone can still hear me. All right. Who would like to come on stage and share their solution statement with me? Is there anyone who would like to come? Tenille?
Good
This is
evening,
your
everyone.
opportunity.
I'll give it a try. So I had dropped my solution statement in the chat. I help hospitality, hotel management achieve public health compliance through specialized and innovative audits and training.
All right. So your ideal client is hospitality and hotel management. And the solution you provide is public health compliance. So essentially, the pain point for them is the public health compliance. And the solution you offer is specialized and innovative audits and training. I think that's a really great solution statement. It has the different components. It it speaks to the it speaks to the essentially the target audience. It also speaks to the results that they get and the solution, right? So the result that they get is achieving the compliance, and you have described the solution that you provide for them. Thank you so much. Keisha Faye, would you like to come and share? Come on, let's give a big hand for Tenille for sharing.
Okay, good evening, everyone, or good morning, good day, wherever you are. So, I shared mine in the chat, but I just read aloud. I help teenagers, 14 to ages 14 to 19, to overcome fear and self-doubt in order to become the best version of themselves through actually providing them with the tools necessary for change.
Wonderful. So you help teenagers, and you specifically specify the age group, and you also talk about their pain point, which is to overcome fear and self-doubt in order to become the best version of themselves. And you also speak about the outcome, the solution, the tools that you provide, right? That's excellent. That's really, really excellent. Welcome to those who are just joining us. All right, so we are talking about the solution statement. Is there any one last person who would like to? Loretta, do you want to share? Is there anyone else who would like to share and get some feedback, Delilah? In the meantime, while you're getting ready, let me share this one on YouTube. Alison is saying, I help mature professionals and retirees who are suffering from burnout, afflicted by cancer, and pregnant women in their second trimester and above, soft tissue injuries through massage therapy. All right, so Alison, for yours, you've got a very broad group that you support. What you can do is you can narrow it down a little bit more in terms of which of these group becomes your special target group. Is it the mature professionals and retirees? Or is it the people who are afflicted by cancer and pregnancy, right? So the other thing is, if you don't want to narrow it down any further, you can find a term that defines all of these groups. So one overarching term that includes mature professionals and retirees who are suffering from burnout, and the people who have certain kind of illnesses like cancer, and the pregnant women. If you want to provide a bit of a more generalist type service, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can maybe coin them together as you are helping people who are affected by, certain conditions, who need a specialized. So maybe you could talk about people requiring specialized massage therapy. People, or you could categorize them as people with soft tissue injuries and certain types of burnout through providing, this type of service for them. I hope that makes sense, right? So because you've got a very broad audience, for example, it's like saying I help people with disabilities? Do you have a unique group of disabilities? Is it people with developmental disability or physical disability or people who are visually impaired, right? But you could just say, I help people living with disabilities as an umbrella term because your offering is to all of anybody who falls within that group, all right? So what I'm saying is, while we do encourage you to have an ideal client, your ideal client may fall under a bigger heading. There could be multiple groups within that broader heading of who your ideal client is. And that's why we mentioned about, it could be a certain demographic or it could be a certain need that people have. And instead of the demographic, your focus will be on the need. All right. But just a reminder that when you focus on the need, it helps you to narrow down your material and the solution that you provide. Okay. All right. Just now that you've identified your marketable skills, you've crafted your unique value proposition, and you've zeroed in on your ideal client, it's time to talk about taking that next big leap. And I want to acknowledge the need for support, right? In order for you to succeed at the level that you desire, often requires help. If you are going to need help, I would like it to be from me, because I know that we can do so much together, and we've successfully helped people to create their businesses, right? So I want to tell you about an incredible opportunity to get the right map, the right guide, and the right tools to propel your business forward, right? I'm really excited to introduce to you my Empower You Business Transformation Mastermind Group. This is an exclusive community designed to support and elevate entrepreneurs like you. Every time I run an event, I make it my priority. Just realized my video was off. Every time I run an event, I make it my priority to offer something truly transformational and to show you how you too can boldly become the best version of yourself, running and growing your own business. So today, I'm very thrilled to offer you a package. This package is valued at over $1,800 for 12 months. It provides an ongoing mentorship and coaching to support your business growth and scalability. This includes access to a vibrant community where connecting and collaboration is found, and it can inspire your journey. What you get to be part of this group, to be part of a movement and access the dynamic discussions happening within our exclusive Facebook group. You also get your personalized assessment of your business potential, valued at $197. You receive a custom path analysis to pinpoint where you currently stand and the strategic steps to move you forward confidently with a customized plan. You will also get a 1-hour strategy session with me, and that's valued at $250. And you will get to experience your personalized guidance to help you unlock the next version of you as a business leader. So what you will get in this 1-hour strategy session, you get to sit down with me to hone in on your solution statement, your crafting your value proposition, and really honing in on who your ideal client is. And then together we will craft a plan that fits your unique goals perfectly, right? So as I said before, the total value of this package is over $1,800, right? However, for those of you who are ready to take action and to seize this opportunity today, I'm offering the entire package for a special event only price of just 397 Australian dollars. Or it's 250 US dollars. This is an exclusive offering available only during this event. If you approach me outside of this event, you will not be able to get this price for this offer. Now, I want to emphasize that this is an event-only offer and it is time sensitive. It's a unique chance to gain insights the support and the tools that can truly transform your business journey. Now, by joining this Empower You Business Transformation Mastermind, you're not just gaining access to invaluable resources and guidance, you're also joining a community, you're joining a movement poised to support and celebrate your entrepreneurial success. One of the things you will get is that you will be with like-minded individuals in the same room, and you get to learn and to share with each other. But you also get that support. You get people to champion you. You get feedback, and if you secure your place, you'll be able to engage with like-minded professionals that will help you take your business to the next level. So I want you guys to know that I'm really obsessed with helping you achieve your success. I want to see you build and grow your business and take back control of your time as you live a life that you would absolutely live. So once again, for this membership, get a personalized assessment, 1 hour strategy session, and you get to spend only $397 for today. So my question to you right now is, are you in? Let me see the hands of those. I want you to type a yes in the chat if you would like to get this opportunity at our special event conference rate. If you would love to get this opportunity, please put a yes in the chat. All right. Now, in a moment, I'm going to be opening up the floor to give you some final tips on where you go. All right. Now, before we jump, I'm going to just give you the final statements for today, just to help you to go to the next level. In starting and growing your knowledge business, it's really important that you identify and reach your ideal clients. This is very crucial, right? Let's explore some effective methods for discovering where your clients are and how to engage them, all right? So you can find clients from, one of the things that you may be wondering, how do I find these people that I'm going to work with? Well, you can never underestimate the value of your existing connections. Your network can be a goldmine of opportunities. Family and friends, close connections are the first people to begin with, right? You can reach out to your colleagues, your friends, your mentors to spread the word about your new venture, right? Referrals from trusted source often lead to the most genuine client relationships, all right? Then you can use your online platforms. Begin by leveraging the power of your social media platforms. So just think of social media as your virtual networking event. So you have sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, and industry-specific forums. Sometimes they offer direct access to potential clients. So make sure to engage actively by joining the relevant groups and participating in discussions and sharing your insight. And the third thing that you can do is your content. And this is probably your most powerful strategy yet. Content is king for people to get to know, like, and trust you. For people to be able to buy your products, they have to know and they have to like and they have to trust you. It is great when you produce content, it is great for attracting and capturing interest. Using blogs, podcasts, and webinars to showcase your expertise is really critical. By providing valuable and insightful content, you draw potential clients towards you, establishing trust and authority in your field. All right, so now it's time to hear from you. If you have any burning questions, any feedback that you would like to provide us, this is the time for you to do that. All right, and while you are, if you would like to ask a question, please raise your hand or you can type it in the chat and I'll be very, very happy to answer you. While you're preparing your question, I just want to do one last one here with Nicole saying, I help mature women achieve confidence through coaching and counseling or making connections. All right, mature women. What is the issue that these mature women have? It's really important that you are able to hone in on the issue that they have, because not every mature woman needs to achieve confidence. So it's when you are showcasing this, it's important that you are able to appeal to that need that the individual has. So, is it mature women who have lost their confidence, or mature women who have come out of a divorce, or mature women who have lost a child, or mature women who have, lost their jobs? Which mature women become more, find out what is that unique pain point that they are experiencing, and you hone in on that, because you have to be able to attract the attention of the right person. All right, so one final call for questions, comments, feedback. Any questions? All right. Well, seems as if there's no comments, questions, feedbacks. So to wrap up, I want to thank you for your engagement today. We covered a wealth of information about leveraging your unique skills and experiences to create and grow your business. So to wrap up, I want to outline 6 clear actionable steps that you can take to start developing or growing your business. First thing that you do is and I'd love for you to make a note of this. The first thing you will do is identify your core strengths. List out your skills, your experiences, and your passions, and determine what sets you apart and how these can solve the problems that other people have. Then you're going to craft a clear value proposition. Using what you've identified, develop a succinct statement that describes the value you offer. This will guide you. It will guide your business. So your unique value proposition is your solution statement, right? So you write your solution statement. Then you're going to set some SMART goals. Define your specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals for your business journey. These will help you stay focused and motivated. But remember, for everything that you set down, for each goal, you must add an action step. And for each action, I want you to put it in your calendar and schedule it in. If it's not in the diary, then you won't get it done. The next thing you want to do now is to create some valuable content. To establish yourself and your presence in the industry, you must produce insightful content. You want to start blogging. You want to maybe start doing videos. Every now and then I pop up on my Facebook page, or I do my webinars like these, or podcasts to showcase your expertise. Then you want to explore and validate your market. So you can do a bit of research to understand your target market, and you can experiment with small scale offerings to refine your approach before scaling up. And the next thing, after you've done all of this, you can create what we call a lead magnet, or something that you're going to offer for free to attract potential clients and to build a mailing list or to build a list of people that you can reach out to whenever you need to. So basically, I want you to start literally creating just by putting out intriguing content right now. All right. And okay, so we've got a comment here. I would like to give, over the years, I've wondered whether there was a formal formula that sets that successful and focused entrepreneurs apart from average ones. I think the session has given clarity on what that formula looks like. Thank you so much for saying that. Another person is saying, despite joining late, I'm highly appreciative of the scaling session. Thank you so much for wasting the time to communicate. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your feedback and those comments. Just to find in conclusion. All right. Once again, I'm just making this offer as you embark on implementing these steps. I invite you to consider joining the Empower You Transformation Mastermind community. This offer will remain effective for the next 72 hours. So if you need to go away and get yourself ready, if you need to book a call, in fact, I encourage you, if you want to discuss this further, book a free strategy session with me. Where you can explore if you want to discuss further about whether is this right fit for you. And then if you have a few questions that you would like to answer, then I'll be able to help you with that. All right. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for you to be able to connect with me if you want to get more clarity about this session and what is involved. And then I'll be able to answer your questions more effectively. All right. Let me just give you that in the chat. I'll just drop that link in the chat for you. So please copy that link before you go so that you can book a free strategy session so we can discuss what it is. So once again, you know, the mentorship will provide ongoing support as you develop your business, right? You're going to be able to get exclusive resources, coaching, and a supportive network of like-minded professionals this will help you to navigate any challenges and seize new opportunities that, and you don't have to go the journey alone, all right? You can invest in your future, right? This mastermind is your partner in achieving your business success. And so please feel free to let me know that you are interested and, book a call so we can discuss this. So you are building that map for people. This is how you are really doing it. It's just, you're going to help them to get through that maze faster. Remember, your experience is your asset and your knowledge is your tool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time and your dedication today. Remember that the journey to scaling to new heights is one of courage and innovation. It also involved, as Anita said earlier on, as Nicolette said early on, being willing to raise your hand and asking for help to get it done. And I'm excited to see where your path is going to lead you. So let's keep the momentum going and we're going to turn those dreams into thriving realities. Thank you so much and God bless you richly. Bye-bye for now.